Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry it's been a little bit, at least 5-6 days since I've made a video, maybe more. I am a full-time nurse and I am a full-time eBay reseller. I try to do Amazon. I have not implemented that back in, but normally I also claim to be a full-time Amazon reseller. I just have not done that since I've been back because I don't have enough in there to really claim that, but I do have an account in good standing and all of that. So I don't know what I'll do with my Amazon long term. It's a whole nother different business, and you know, they make changes all the time. Even right now, I'm verifying my address again for them, even though I've been with Amazon literally since I was 27 years old, and I am 54 years old. I have sold books on Amazon or sold something on Amazon all of those years, and now they still want to verify my address. I do live in a very rural area where we only have a P.O. box, and you know, Amazon said something right in the blip about, you know, P.O. boxes in rural areas may not be accepted. So, you know, I don't know what my future is with Amazon. Leave it to them to come up with some rule that knocks off a seller who's been on there for literally 30 years. That's something that only Amazon would do. You know, they are that crazy as far as like trying to build a big massive business, and then they don't take care of the little details. All they see is the bottom line and all the money. They don't realize how many good solid sellers that they knock off, and then they have to deal with all these new people coming on all the time who don't know what they're doing. But that's my rant about Amazon for the day. If I don't get back on, you know, I'm just at a point in my life where I'm not going to beg a website to let me on. I have a lot of job skills. I'm a nurse. I have a lot of eBay skills, and I'm not going to beg a website to let me sell on there. I'm a good seller. I'm very diligent. I'm always on time with my shipments. I don't do anything they don't want me to do. And so if I'm not their type of seller, then I'm not their type of seller. So we'll see what happens. I'm waiting for a postcard from Amazon, and you know, we'll just see. So I have been sick the most part of the last 10 days at my nursing job. It kind of went through town here, not just where I work, but just went through town. COVID went through town. Other sicknesses went through town. I did not test positive for COVID, but I have worn a mask. I've had some kind of upper respiratory congestion. It never went into my lungs, so I don't feel like I had RSV or anything too totally serious. I was laid flat last Sunday into Monday, like a full 24 hours. A week ago, Sunday, Monday. And then this Sunday, I still wasn't feeling good, but I have been able to work at my nursing job because I had to mask up and do all that anyway. Only that first day did I have any kind of a slight fever and felt like I just couldn't get off the couch. The rest of the days, I felt fine. I just probably had a little less energy, especially I went to bed earlier on, like for the last week and a half, trying to get my energy back. But otherwise, everybody had to mask up at work anyway, just as a precaution, because there was COVID going around town. So it really didn't affect my work life. So thankfully, before everybody else at work got it, there were several of us who had masks on already, just because I had a little bit of a cold. And so thankfully, I probably did not catch any of the more serious stuff, because I already had whatever this is, and it protected me because I was wearing all these masks. You know, I'm not saying that they're the end all or getting into politics, but you know, they can't hurt. I mean, they're not going to hurt the spread, and as a nurse, I've just accepted it no matter what I think of all the stuff. I just I wear it. Now anyway, so I'm still recovering. So yesterday I had my first nursing day off in a while, and I have 4 days off, but that includes yesterday, where I accomplished absolutely nothing down here. I felt well enough to come down here. I really have no excuse for not coming down here, other than I've been sick and working a lot, and I just felt like, you know, I'm taking a full true day off. So I watched the rest of Ragnarok, if you have Netflix, and you can stand subtitles, go look at Ragnarok. It's kind of a sci-fi type thing. It is so good, guys. There's 3 seasons to it, and I was like 2 seasons in and hadn't had a chance to catch up. And I do, believe it or not, this is a little trivia about me that you probably won't care about, but I was an exchange student to Norway when I was 15 years old, and I lived there an entire 10 months, an entire school year. So back then, not now, but back then, let me find my phone too here if I can find it. I don't know where to put it. Oh, here it is. Back then, I spoke, I would never say I spoke fluent Norwegian because I could not have participated in politics, or I could not have been a nurse back then, like Norwegian wise. I don't know the names of all the kind of common bones and things in Norwegian. So I'm not going to claim that I've ever been fluent, but I was definitely fluent as far as like travel, living life, having friends, going to school. I became fluent then. And then I thought that I would get back. I was young and thought that money grew on trees, and you know, life has happened to me. If you've watched my videos, you know that I had life happen in many ways. And so I still have not gone back. So I'm sure I'm more attracted to some like Scandinavian dramas and things that you guys are than you guys would be, because I'm working on my Norwegian actively. But I really am telling you, it's a good show, and it's on Netflix for a reason. Other people like it who have nothing to do with Norway. I'm trying to get to my Duolingo. So I'm really proud of myself. I am at 308 days, I believe, on my Duolingo. That means that I've either gone 308, let me get here. So 308 current days. Let me see if I can get this. 308 current days on practicing my Norwegian. Now, if you see, let's see, I think in blue or something, there is a thing called streak freezes, which means that if you do it enough, you can accumulate points on Duolingo. And this level of Duolingo is free, by the way. So see, right now, if I was too sick tonight to do it, it would just enable a streak freeze, which means that I don't lose my 308-day streak. So I have 2 of those right now that I've earned. So technically speaking, if I forgot or something for the next 2 days, I still maintain that streak. So I have not actually done 308 days without any break. Usually I have 1 or 2 of those that kick in every 3 or 4 weeks. I literally will still forget, even though it's kind of a part of my nighttime habit. I still will forget, especially when I'm working a 13-hour day at the hospital. But anyway, so watch Ragnarok. That's the point of that. I really think that you'll be surprised at the end. It's really good. And then I'm trying to get my hopefully it doesn't turn it off. I'm trying to get my cursor off of there. Anyway, so that's where I've been. I've been working and sick and then just trying to recover. Then I watched yesterday, I finished Jack Ryan. I think I had actually already watched all but the last episode, but for some reason on Amazon Prime, it didn't seem to update where I had seen the last episodes, or I might have watched a few of them at my mom's when I was there one time and I, forgot where I was. So, but I did finish all of Jack Ryan. It was only like 2 episodes I had left. And then I also started watching this show called First and Last. First and Last is about people in this Georgia, Gwinnett, Georgia, when they have to go to jail for something. It might just be waiting for their trial, or it may be because they can't afford the $2,000 in bail or whatever it is. And it's just really interesting. So that's what I did with my day yesterday, which was not useful at all. I also made these brownies called Boo's Ridiculous Brownies. BOO''S Ridiculous Brownies. They are 29 calories a brownie, and the reason they can get the calories so low is because you use diet soda in it, and it just makes these amazing, like really moist, like almost like chocolate dripping off brownies. And you do have to have protein powder and cocoa powder and a couple things that maybe not all of you have on hand, but those are really worth doing. You can look them up. You do have to have a food scale too, which I hate. I just want it to tell me half a cup. I know, you know, if you're watching from overseas, you're like, wah, wah, wah. But I don't want to have to get a scale out to cook. I want half cup, don't, whatever. That's just how I do things. So I'm trying to convert the recipe. When I get it converted, I'll probably post it or something. So anyway, guys, I have very few sales today for good reason, because I watched TV yesterday. When you don't work, you don't get paid, right? So the 4 sales I have, I'm really happy with. I'm going to take these to the mail as soon as I'm done. It's 10:32. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to make another clothing 5 or 10 minute video on certain brands. I'm just doubling down on all these brands. I'm researching them for myself, and so I figure I might as well take you along with me. So the ones that are on my list right now are Carrie Traw, Long Tall Sally, Rendezvous clothing, just in general. What do people wear to a rendezvous? Do you even know what a rendezvous is? There's all kinds of clothing that kind of fits that. Western shirts, and then Groove Life belts. And so those are just part of my list of videos that every time I get 10 minutes and I feel like I can make another video, that's what I'm going to do. Then behind me, I have my setup right there. I'm going to power out about 50 to 60 photos of 50 to 60 items today and get that to my VA. He knows it's coming. I really feel bad for him for more than anything. Normally, I would come home from work, get home about 6:30, eat something really quick, and then come down and do a couple of hours of work in my office down here. And I can photo 10 or 20 items in 2 hours. And so I would at least have sent him something to work on, and I just couldn't. I did not have it in me. Part of it is I was working really late a lot of those days because a lot of other people were sick, so we had a lot going on there. And then that's part of it. And then even on the days I did get off on time, I was just, you know, in bed literally by 7:30, trying to get the strength up to go back and do it again. So my virtual assistant, he's like, you know, just send me 200 items, and then, you know, on the days you're busy, you know, you won't have to worry about it. And that is my intention, is to send him hundreds of things on my day off and then just let him do them at his own pace. And every night I'll come home and launch what I can, launch at least 10. And so that's kind of my plan going forward. It's always been my plan, but I just keep having either family things or I'm sick. So, all right, guys, let's get started. So I have 4 items going out today, and the total is $159.35. Not bad. I do have 1 big item and 1 dinky little clearance item, which I'm glad is going, and then everything else is in my range of what I want it to be. So this is a Lauren Ralph Lauren shirt. This is a size large, and I've talked about this before. If you ever see the horse bit print in anything, it doesn't have to be Lauren Ralph Lauren. It can be regular Ralph Lauren, and then there are other brands. I can't think of one right now that I've sold, but if I see anything equestrian, not really just horses themselves, but for some reason this horse bit, horse bridle print is really desirable. And I don't know if people wear it to different, you know, equestrian events, or if it's just kind of a very tailored pattern that people like. But anyway, this Lauren Ralph Lauren shirt in a large sold for $27.99 plus shipping, so $37.34. It did sell by promoted listings. It did not sell using a coupon or anything like that. I will do a mini haul later after I photo my son's stuff and just get my VA some work so he doesn't feel like I'm neglecting him. Then I will do a haul on some of the stuff. I have not been shopping for weeks and weeks and weeks, and thankfully I have enough on hand right now to do that because I haven't been working that much, but that is not the plan. That takes all the fun out of doing eBay if you're not shopping. So this weighs 7 ounces. I'm going to up it to 8. This is going to Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. I charged $6.99, and it's going to cost $4.31. I'm really excited to be in my office again. You know, this is what I've done since I was 27 years old. I've sold books, I've sold stuff on Amazon, I've been a reseller at some level or another, full-time, without a break. Break as in, I haven't always made full-time income, but I've never taken time off my eBay business more than just a 2-week vacation in my life. You know, it's just, this is what I've done. And, sorry guys, I gotta make sure I've got enough stuff in here. No paper. Let's go right here. So, you know, it's very strange to me to have this much time where I have not been down here like I normally am. It's been really odd because I took that 2-week vacation to Canada, and that was planned. I had about 60 listings going up. I wanted to do more listings while I was gone to Canada. That didn't happen, but I at least had 60 items going up over the 2 weeks. So I did take that off technically, but I still felt like I was selling on eBay, and I had someone arranged to come and ship. And so I took care of my business. But right now, I've been shipping my 5 orders a day, and that's literally been it. All right, let's see if I can show these to you or not. This is a really good sale. This is a consignment customer, so I share it with her. Unfortunately, I have it, but I do. So these are Schiaparelli earrings. They are textured, and I have Estate and Botanical. They're kind of they're not exactly an acorn, and actually they go like this. Sorry, this is how they go. So that was my title. Let me make sure that you can see that. Sorry, I'm just holding it up in the air, assuming. No. So anyway, this is a clip earring. It's a vintage clip earring. You could easily see that anywhere at a garage sale. And I'm sorry it's not zooming in better. This one is signed right here on the back of the clip. I will try to zoom in. I don't know that you'll be able to see it. But anyway, right here on the back, it does say Schiaparelli. That's a really common place to have it signed. Sometimes it's also in here. So this is something that you could easily, I mean, I'm not saying I don't like them. They're cute, but they have a certain taste that goes along with that. I think that you would easily find these at an estate sale for $5-10. And so know your brands, do some research. I'm not a jewelry seller, but my consignment client had this from an estate that she had, and she had very high-end stuff, so I was willing to take it on. If someone just came to me with a bunch of jewelry, I would tell them, listen, I'll look through it really quickly, do my best, but I'm not going to sell it, especially in individual pieces, unless it's really worth it. But I knew this person, and I knew that they had quality stuff, so I went ahead and agreed to do it. It's been a learning curve for me, but you know, I don't like to switch what I sell. I really like clothing. That's where most of my brand knowledge is right now. But if I go to a garage sale, which happens to me all the time, and there's just a massive amount of one thing, and it's cheap, then I am willing to come home and figure it out. And even if I just sell it in a bulk lot. So even if she had been wrong and none of these items had been worth it, I could have put the mass amount of jewelry in one big lot and still gotten thousands of dollars for it. It was just such a massive amount. But anyway, these are silver tone. If you're doing, you know, listings for jewelry, you can't just say silver and gold, because people obviously will misinterpret that as pure silver, pure gold. So you can put silver tone, gold tone. So you got to be careful on jewelry, I think. This sold for $65, this pair of earrings, plus shipping, so $76.20. Schiaparelli is a really good brand, so she'll be happy with that sale. I have been just like, I haven't even contacted her for weeks. I sent her a check before we went to Canada, and that was a very substantial check. She was happy with some of the stuff, or happy with the sales. She was surprised. But then I haven't spoken to her since. Thankfully, she knows me really well, or she would think I had taken off with her jewelry. This is going to New York. I charged $4.99. Let's see. There is $100 insurance included in the coverage, so I think I'm just going to ship it. I mean, I could do signature confirmation at $340. What I find though is that signature confirmation, when I do that on something that isn't really high end, it, like, people work, you know, like me. If someone came with a signature confirmation today, I happen to be home, but otherwise I wouldn't be able to accept the package, and then it gets sent back. So I'm a little more careful with signature confirmation after hearing kind of that side of the problem. So I think I'm just going to go with what I have. I do have insurance on it at least. We'll see. I'm not overly worried. That is reason to have a little eBay bank account, or have, you know, some way so that if you got a refund or something got lost, it's not going to kill your business if you had to give a $100 refund. I've been there, guys. I've been there where that was a huge deal, and I'm just telling you, it's not worth the stress. It is not worth the stress of doing eBay full time if giving a refund is going to, like, kill your life for the week or kill your bills for the week. Just don't do it. I would never do that again. I only did it out of necessity for a short time. This I'm glad to see go. I don't know what the deal is with this. I guess it's maybe because it's a women's small. This is a Mountain Hardwear skirt. I think it is very Gorp core. I think it's very cute, like for hiking. If this fit me, I would so hike in that. You know, you got pockets, you got place for your phone, you got everything. And it's not quite canvas, but it's a heavier fabric, so I could really see someone who likes hiking. And I've tried to get this to sell. I have minimalist hiking Gorp core earth tones all in the title, but I just think that a small is a hard sell, even in Mountain Hardwear. So I've had this for at least a year, if not longer. So I finally went ahead and I took $9.61, plus they used a 25% off coupon. They did not use any promotion on this. So the total is $18.83, but it's going to cost me $8.30 to send this. So I'm going to watch some more of the show first and last while I spend probably 2 to 3 hours taking photos. So I'm just going to put that on and let it just play. It's kind of one of those shows where, you know, you can glance over and see what the person looks like real quick, but then the rest you don't have to, like, actively pay attention to. I think the other mistake I made on this, and I don't know why I did, is that I had priority mail shipping, and this is only 15 ounces. This could have gone, you know, just first or ground advantage, and I did not do that. So that extra $3 or $4 in shipping probably made a difference to why it took so long, and I just did not get in to edit this one yet or figure that out. I am going in by hand, editing, looking at all my old stuff, figuring out why it hasn't sold, and I would have hopefully caught that on this one. Anyway, I charged $9.95, which is a lot for a skirt, and it's going to cost $8.30. This is going to Winslow, Arkansas. So yeah, tonight I'm going to do all my photography, try to get my work done by 6 or 6:30 so I can relax again tonight, get another good night's sleep, because I still feel like I need to get over something. And then I'm going to go tomorrow out of town, just have a fun day with my mom, go have lunch. I'm going to shop. I'm going to source, not just shop, but source. Because I need to go to the Goodwill anyway and find some more nursing shoes for myself. I need groceries. I need to spend some time with my mom. I saw her last week, but I didn't want to stay long because I was really sick last week. And she is 76 years old, so I just didn't want to expose her. So yeah, so tomorrow's going to be fun. I can't wait. This is a J. Jill shirt. It's kind of a corduroy, really cute. This is the kind of thing that's just a little step above. It's also a women's large. So even though it's just J. Jill, if you get unique things, and, you know, with the holidays coming up, this would be really cute. So they did use my 25% off coupon on this. They also used promoted listings, or it sold via promoted. I think I sent an offer on this yesterday, but it couldn't be, or they wouldn't have been able to use the coupon. So this person didn't actually get the coupon, or I mean the offer. So I did in the end get $23.22 minus the coupon, and then plus the shipping is $26.89. That is the order total. I did not have, I must have been out of poly mailers when I listed this. I'm actually looking forward to having a listing day. This is what I do through all of my other jobs, through all of my other things that I've ever had in my life, even through nursing. eBay has always come first, and it's because it provides me a certain flexibility that other things don't. So if my husband came home and he's like, this thing came up, let's just run to lunch real quick, I could do it today. Obviously, as a nurse, I don't have that flexibility. So as my parents get older, as we get older, I am going to hang on to eBay and make sure that at any given time, if the nursing just doesn't work out for 100 different reasons, if you're not careful, you can burn out of nursing. I think I've really protected myself this time. I have a job where they listen. I have a job where, I don't know, I guess I just kind of walked in with a certain confidence saying, well, I'm here if you want me, but, I'm not going to put up with all this stuff. I think I was pretty clear on some things before I took the job. And, but you never know, one management person can change and your whole job can change. So, as my parents age, as I get older, I just want to make sure that I keep my eBay where it needs to go. Oh yeah, it just popped up on my Netflix screen. I also watched Who Killed Jill Dando on Netflix. She was a BBC very famous reporter in Britain, and at a pretty young age, she was just murdered in front of her house. So if you like murder mysteries, that's a good one too. I really, I can't say I enjoy it, because when someone dies, that's not good to say, well, I enjoyed hearing about their death. But it was a very interesting case, and so if you like that kind of stuff. I'd forgotten that I squeezed that one in too. So, oh, what's that one? Oh, there's other stuff coming up on Netflix I got to put on my list. All right, this is going to Kirkland, Washington. I charge $6.99. It's going to cost $4.88. So out of the four, one is way above my my commitment to myself, $65 plus shipping on that jewelry, on that pair of earrings. That's great. Even though I'm not getting the full amount, I'm still getting enough of a percentage that it puts me above that $20 mark. And then the J. Jill is selling for above the $20 mark. The whatever the other one was, the only one that didn't is the skirt. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to grab one more label here. I will do that after we're done. But anyway, so only the Gorp Core skirt, the Mountain Hardwear, for some reason is clearance and did not fit within my new parameters. So over here is kind of what I'm going to be working on today. This isn't a haul because you've already seen it, but this Wallmaker vest, easily over 50. This Untuck It shirt in an XL, easily over 20. Everything I have is going to sell for over 20, even with some coupons and price reductions and things like that. And then this J Press shirt, this has to get listed soon. This is like a $50 shirt. I did a video on J Press last week, so go look at it if you're not familiar with that brand. I had paid $5 in consignment money, so that's a great thing. So that's the kind of stuff that right now, as soon as I get back from the mail, I'm going to get going. And thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with my lack of consistent videos. I appreciate those of you who have subscribed and you just kind of wait on me to get it. My October schedule looks very, very promising. We have new nurses at work. You know, some of the sickness seems to be diminishing. I ran up there today to check my schedule, make sure they haven't like added or changed or anything. And right now it looks like I only work 13 shifts in all of October, which obviously, I don't know, are there 30 or 31 days in October? I don't know, but that gives me at least 15 to 16 days off, if not, you know, 17 off, 13 on. And so that'll be great. You know, I'm really looking forward to my 3 on, 4 off, 3 on, 4 off. Or there are a couple weeks where I only work 2, then I get a couple days off, and then I have to come back and work 1 or 2. It's hunting season in Wyoming, so, and even though I don't hunt or fish, well, I fish, but I don't really hunt, it's a huge deal to everyone else who lives here. It's part of the reason people even live up here in the mountains. So if they want to go provide stuff for their family, the people here really do eat what they catch too. They don't just hunt for sport. It's like how they plan ahead all year. It's almost like canning for the entire year. They gather. It goes back to ancient times, right? They go, they do their hunting, they process the meat, they put it in the freezer, and then they're getting their wood right now. And so I'm pretty patient with all that, even though, to be just totally frank and honest, I don't understand it. I just, you know, I was raised in Nebraska, and we just went and bought some beef, you know. So I'm trying to be very understanding after all the years I've lived here that it's a huge deal to people. And it's like a rite of passage to people, to their kids, to take their kids hunting. And so even though it's, you know, not something I do, I'm happy to work weird hours for a month to let people do that. And then when garage sale season hits, I'm going to get them back. And a lot of these people know me, but I don't think they know how much of my income, because I don't talk about my business at work too much, because I have had one job, not any of the others, but I have had one job where, you know, I didn't mean to talk about it too much, but people were interested and they kept asking me questions, so I ended up talking about it too much. Not money-wise or details as far as my income, but just what I did. And it seemed like the management almost kind of thought that, like, that was my priority. You know, I just felt a little weird. Like, when I was at work, they thought that my heart was somewhere else, which maybe it was, but, you know, my heart's not somewhere else here. When I'm nursing, I'm nursing. When I'm here, I'm here. But I just don't want to go in and let them know too much about my business, because it can look like, you know, you are too much into something else to be caring about your job, and that's not true. But in the summer, I'm going to have to somehow, you know, schmooze a couple of my coworkers to try to get at least every week 1 Friday or 1 Saturday. I don't have to have both days off every week, but I'm going to have to try to say, hey, listen, can I get, you know, Friday, and then I'll work Saturday and Sunday, or, you know, I'll do something. I'll just have to negotiate. All right, guys, I'm going to be back in about 20 minutes. I'm going to run to the mail, drink some more of my Thai tea that I need. Haven't had enough caffeine today. And so I'll be back with a Zoom video to just do one of my new brands that is getting me over $20 or more. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.